Good afternoon. My name is Roland Ebert, and today I'd like to talk to you about the one tool that will double the sales of your next campaign. In fact, this one tool has increased the sales of every campaign I've run for the last 6 years by 50 to 90%. So before I tell you what the one tool is, let me tell you what I mean about a campaign. And to do that, I need to take you back to the first time I ever got this crazy idea to test out a simple persuasion idea. And the simple idea was this: why don't you earn a prospect's trust before you try and sell something to them? And then once you've earned their trust, we'll be able to sell discovery events, which is what it was at the time. So £27 discovery events online without a sales team. So that was my big idea. And the question on my mind was, how much better would this perform than a webinar on its own? So I put this campaign together, and the campaign had an open and shut time window. So there was a limited time in which you could buy these tickets, and that limited time window was 9 days. So how many would have been good if we just did 1 or 2 webinars? Well, good would have been 200 sales. Amazing would have been 300. So what happened? Well, what happened completely blew my mind, because we sold 1,115 tickets to a £27 discovery event in that 9-day window. So that's over £30,000 in 9 days. So I felt like I discovered marketing dynamite, because this was the most explosive thing that I'd ever used. This literally blew my mind. So what happened next was, let's see if we can push the boundaries of this system. Let's see just how powerful it is. Yeah. So what happened next was, instead of selling a £27 discovery event, we sold a £2,000 online course. And my limiting belief was that you couldn't sell a £2,000 workshop without speaking to someone. Yeah, my limiting belief was, if you're going to spend that much money, someone is going to want to speak to a salesperson. But I was excited to see what would happen next. So we used the exact same campaign structure, and it again had a limited time sales window. And in that limited time sales window, we sold £673,000 of online courses. So what did that prove? That proved that this thing worked for £27 products. It works for £2,000 workshops. I've used it to sell £6,000 and £12,000 mentorships. This works for growing training and mentorship companies, period. Yeah. So what is the one tool that has increased the sales of every campaign I've ever done by between 50 and 90%? That one tool is a long copy sales page. So what is a long copy sales page? A long copy sales page is a salesman in print, or what we're talking about most of the time is a salesman online. So this is, a message that is between 4,000 and 10,000 words. And what does it do? Well, first of all, it earns the prospect's trust. And it does that by telling an inspirational personal story. Then it explains what the opportunity is. So how are you going to help me change my life? Yeah? It explains what that opportunity is. Then it explains what you need to do to seize that opportunity. Because once someone can see, hey, I need to take these steps, and guess what? I believe I can take those steps, then you've led them that much further down the sales process. So once you've shown them what so you've told them who you are and why they should trust you. You've told them what the opportunity is and what they need to do to seize it. Then guess what? You can say, this is what I've got. So whether it's an online course, whether it's a live workshop, whether it's a mentorship, this is how I'm delivering the information that will help you seize the opportunity. Then, of course, you tell them what they will be able to do at the end of that 3-day workshop or the 6-module online course. Because no one wants to spend 3 days with you because you're the funniest person in the world. No, they want to spend 3 days with you so you can help them change their life. So you explain all the emotional and practical benefits of buying your workshop or buying your online course or buying your mentorship program. And then you take away all the risk. Yeah, you explain to them, yes, this is for them. Yes, they can do it. You give social proof to prove that other people just like them can do it, and then you can give a money back guarantee. So guess what? When you take action today, you risk nothing. Yes, you will need to do some work to actually change your life, but do the work, you'll get the results. And then you explain to them what they need to do next, i.e. click the link below, enter your contact and payment details, and then you get immediate access. So that's what a sales page looks like. But the key thing is not the mechanics of it, it's why does it work? Yeah? How does it take somebody from, having a problem that they want to solve to, actually making them feel good about buying? And that process is, the magic of the sales page. It's that earning somebody's trust, explaining what the opportunity is, and then making them feel good about buying. And it's that why does it work better than a webinar? Well, one of the reasons why it works better than a webinar is you can read a sales page at the time that's convenient for you. With a webinar, you have to show up at 8 p.m. or whatever the time is. And if you're busy at that time, you can't attend. Yeah? With a sales page, you get an email, you can read it when you want. With a sales page, you can read as much or as little as you need before you're happy to make the sale. With a webinar, you have to watch the entire thing to the end. Within the first 5 minutes, you might be like, yep, this is great, sign me up. But you can't do that. With a sales page, you can. So if there's a 10,000 word sales letter and after 3,000 words, you're like, yep, I'm in, I want it. Guess what? Scroll to the bottom or scroll to wherever it is, buy. You're in. Yeah, you can't do that with a webinar. And a sales page can go to your entire list anywhere in the world. Yeah, with a webinar, obviously your entire list can register, but they won't. Yeah, only 10% of your list are going to register, and of the people that register, only 40% are going to attend. With a sales letter, you've got many, many more people will be able to read it. So, if sales pages are so powerful, why doesn't every training company have one? And I suppose the biggest reason that I can think is that there's this limiting belief that says nobody reads long copy sales pages. And in fact, I'm one of the few people that ever admits to reading them. Yeah, all I hear are negative things about them. They're too long, nobody reads them, what's the point in them, all of those things. But the results don't lie. Yeah, every single campaign I've ever done, the sales page is accounted for 50 to 90% of the sales. So I'm not looking for what people tell me, I'm looking at the results, and the results don't lie. The results are sales pages work. You want to increase your sales? The fastest, most powerful way to do it is with a long copy sales page. So what's the other reason why, or what's another possible reason why every training company doesn't have one? And that's because they're hard to write. Yeah, it's hard to hold someone's attention for 4,000 to 10,000 words. Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget the first time I wrote a sales page that was 10,000 words long. I was terrified that nobody would read it. All I could think was, I don't want to read 10,000 words of copy, let alone anybody else. Yeah. What did I realize? What I realized was, so what did I do? I sent this to trusted people to try and cut this thing in half. I said to them, tell me what I need to cut. 5 responses came back, keep every word. So I was out of time. I was out of options. The only thing I could do was put it live. So I put this thing live, held my breath. What happened? It made the cash register ring loud and long. It works. Why? Because people needed to know a lot about the offer and about the guru before they were happy to buy. So what's the next step for you? The next step is to make the decision to use a long copy sales page in your business. And you can make that decision right now. The next thing is to decide who's going to write it. Now, if that is you or someone in your business, great. If you need someone that can help you write that, well, I would love to help you do that. So if you want to know how we can get started working together, if you go to my website, Roland, it's Roland, ROLAND, EVA.co.uk. You can, on there, you'll be able to book a time in which we can have a chat about your business. If you go to the sales page tab under the services of my business, you can see more about, what I do, how I do it, what will happen before we get started, and we can work from there. So if you found this useful, please leave a comment below. If this can help a training company owner that you know, please share it with them. And until next time, carpe diem.